Former Senator Harry Reid calls for congressional hearings into UFOs. Now, I talked a little bit about this the other week where he was involved in the ATEP program with Hal Puthoff. Now, this is about 38 topics. Crazy, crazy stuff. You got wormholes. You got bending of space and time. All that crazy stuff that people says doesn't exist. They got laser-based weapons that they're not going to talk about and not release. But insane stuff that people said was never there. Now they're talking about it. This article also mentions that invisibility cloaking, invisible to radar, and in actual invisibility research has been underway at Nevada's Area 51 base. The stuff is getting more and more admitted, more and more in the open, because they have no choice but to bring this to the public so we can get this going. We can step up to our, living how we're supposed to live in utopia. So under Senate rules, Reid was prohibited from lobbying his former colleagues for 2 years. That time limit has expired earlier this month, and he's been making calls to key people in Washington about the issue. Now I want to play a little clip here. This is from, who was the reporter? I can never remember his name. George Knapp. Let's listen in. He's talking to Harry Reid.
Look on the ASA. My gosh.
We as a country are certainly not doing what we should do. This is an area that is important to not only our country, but to the world. And I know that other countries are doing more than we're doing. And I think that...
How does he know that?
There are those who think we're on the edge of disclosure, that any day now they're going to open up the doors and show us the saucers or open the files. I'm not as encouraged. What about you?
Well, I don't think I'm even close to that. I think before we get to that, I think we need to do a little work. And we're not doing enough scientific research.
We're not doing enough scientific research. So this is what the whole To the Stars Academy thing was about. You just gotta slowly, okay, we got the secret space programs here that's doing all this crazy stuff, and then we gotta have this public thing, and then slowly, so they're way advanced, but we gotta do it publicly, so it's just gotta be this slow thing. Even though Harry Reid was at Area 51, did they not take him to S4? Did they just take him up to the main base? Probably. He probably doesn't know that they had UFOs there. But when I look at this interview with George Knapp, it looks like he was. He kind of says, like George Knapp is like, oh, they're going to open up the doors there and show the saucers. And then Reid's kind of like, oh, we're probably not to that point yet. I think maybe he knows a lot that he's not letting on. And, man.
There are people hungry to do that. We have academics who are trained in all the sciences. A grant to a college would be a tremendous help. They could put it out to bid, like they do, find out who would do the best job. But the way it is now, we're doing nothing.
You've said about you don't think it's little green men, and we had a lot of speculation about where these vehicles are from. They're far more advanced than anything known to us. Is it possible that there's no one who knows the ultimate answer, what the truth is?
I think now, and the reason I'm so terribly interested in this is I don't think no one has the answers. And that is too bad, because there are answers out there. But we're not going to get answers just by hoping they come. It can have to take some work.
They got the answers.
The idea of disclosure, have you had conversations with colleagues about the wisdom of letting all this loose? Is the public ready for it?
Come on, Reid.
Depends on what it is, I guess.
I don't think that Congress can make this decision on their own. They could try to pass a law, but that would create a lot more problems than it would solve, because there's a big public debate on this. I don't think at this stage would do a lot of good. Pentagon needs to get somebody within the Pentagon that's willing to do something that's a little different.
Little different, folks, because they did this already with the ATEP program. And that didn't go so well because they kept it all to themselves. Now, well, what's the next step? I mean, it's just this endless circle, and it's like, it's all there. They're just so scared to tell everything. It's always this. You see this all the time with this disclosure thing. It's push forward, push back, push forward, push back. It's like, it's so weird.